My friend, I speak to you not just with words, but with a trumpet sound from the throne room of heaven. A day is coming, and it is closer than we think, April 10th, 2025. Mark it. Not as a date on your calendar, but as a divine alarm ringing through the corridors of time. For the Spirit of the Lord declares, I am not bound by man's calendar, but I move through it like a river through a valley. And there are days when heaven invades earth. April 10 is one of those days. April 10, 2025 is not merely a date to circle on a calendar. It is not just another Thursday or a routine moment in the passage of time. It is far more than that. It is a prophetic convergence, a divine appointment marked by heaven itself. In the realm of the Spirit, certain days carry weight. Certain seasons hold significance beyond human comprehension. This is one of them. On this day, a door opens in the heaven, a portal of alignment where the will of God begins to intersect with the preparedness of His people. The invisible begins to shape the visible. This convergence is not about emotion, it's not about hype, it's about alignment. Alignment of hearts with purpose, alignment of obedience with calling, alignment of heaven's timing with earth's readiness. Many have sensed it already, a stirring, a divine agitation in the spirit, a quiet but undeniable urgency. This is because something is being orchestrated in the unseen, something that will touch every corner of the lives of those who are chosen, set apart and listening. On April 10, God is not just marking time, He is moving within it. He is setting things in motion that have been long delayed. For some, prayers that have been hanging in the air for years will begin to manifest. For others, silence from heaven will break like a dam, releasing instructions, clarity, and a deeper sense of mission. This is a crossroad in heaven's calendar, a point where destiny meets decision. It is a day that separates those who are ready from those who are merely curious. A day that reveals the prepared, the surrendered, and the consecrated. Those who have kept the oil in their lamps will not be caught unaware. Those who have walked faithfully in the shadows will be brought into divine exposure. The convergence is not just external, it's internal. Something will shift inside you, a new awareness, a holy burden, a deeper fire. And when heaven marks a day, those who are aligned with heaven will never walk away the same. There is a divine shaking that is coming, not to destroy, but to uncover, not to punish, but to purify. For those who are chosen by God, April 10, 2025 will begin a process of divine exposure, not of hidden truth. The Spirit of the Lord is not interested in surface-level obedience. He is after the heart. And in this hour, what has been concealed, suppressed, or buried deep within the lives of God's chosen will come into the light, not to condemn them, but to refine them. This shaking is holy. It is precise. It is targeted. It goes into the crevices of the soul where unresolved wounds, secret fears, unhealed disappointments, and hidden sin have lived quietly. God, in His mercy, will no longer allow His chosen to carry things that will weigh them down in the coming season. He is shaking what must be shaken so that what is eternal may remain. This is not about being exposed to the world. It's about being exposed before the throne. The fire of God is coming not to destroy, but to cleanse. Many have asked God to elevate them, to promote them, to release them into their calling. But elevation without purification is dangerous. Power without purity is destructive. So before God lifts, He purifies. Before He sends, He sanctifies. Before He announces, He cleanses. And so this shaking must come, not as punishment, but as preparation. In this season, God is dealing with the hidden things, motives, attitudes, unchecked pride, bitterness, insecurity, and fear. He is shining a light on the inward parts. It will be uncomfortable, even painful at times, but it is a mark of His love because He refuses to allow His chosen to carry yesterday's chains into tomorrow's assignment. What is hidden must be healed. What is buried must be surrendered. And when the shaking is finished, those who submit to the process will come forth as vessels of gold, refined, purified, and ready to carry the weight of glory. For in God's kingdom, purification always precedes elevation. This is not a call to isolation, but to consecration. God is inviting His chosen into a sacred space, hidden from public eyes, but open to heaven's voice. It is in this place that divine strategies will be revealed, blueprints for families, ministries, businesses, and nations. The answers many have been waiting for will not be found in the crowd, in conferences, or in social media posts. They will be found in the stillness, in the surrender, in the secret place where God speaks in whispers but moves with fire. Intimacy precedes instruction. Those who draw near to his heart will receive not just blessings but assignments, not just promises but revelation. In this hour, God is raising up people who don't just know his hand but know his voice. Those who walk not by impulse but by divine direction. But the secret place requires sacrifice. It demands the death of distraction, the surrender of convenience, and the discipline of consistency. It is a narrow road, but it leads to wide open revelation. God is not hiding from you, he's hiding for you. You are the... On April 10, many will feel a pull to withdraw, not out of fear, but out of hunger. That pull is holy, that hunger is heavenly, and those who respond will be entrusted with insights that no man can teach. For in the secret place, God does not just prepare you, he reveals the next move. Intimacy will unlock what intellect never could. This is the hour to go deeper, because deeper is where destiny unfolds. A sacred shift is coming. On April 20, 2025, a divine transition will begin to unfold. A transfer of man-made promotion, nor a recognition from earthly systems. This is heaven's reordering. Spiritual authority, once carried by the prominent, the known, or the established, will begin to shift into the hands of the faithful, the consecrated, the hidden ones who have walked with God when no one was watching. This is not about fame. It is not about titles or platforms. It is about stewardship. For many who have held mantles have mishandled them. They have fallen, not only morally, but spiritually. They have forsaken the secret place, chased influence, and compromised the oil for applause, and now heaven is responding. When a mantle becomes polluted, it must be passed not in judgment but in justice. There are Davids in the fields right now, unknown to the crowd but known to heaven. They have fought battles in secret, guarded their integrity, and honored God in the shadows. These are the ones the Spirit is preparing. The exchange will not be loud, but it will be unmistakable. It will happen in prayer closets, in moments of surrender, in holy visitation. The mantle is not just anointing, it is responsibility. It is a weight that only the faithful can carry without breaking. There is a rising coming, not of the masses, not of the popular, but of the remnant. On April 10, 2025, the shift will not be visible to all, but it will be undeniable in the Spirit. God is not raising everyone, he is raising the ones who have been set apart, the ones who refuse to compromise even when it costs them everything. These are not the ones with the loudest voices, but with the deepest roots. They are the remnant. This remnant has been hidden, refined, and seemingly overlooked, but heaven has been watching. Their obedience in obscurity, their faithfulness in the fire, their surrender in silence, none of it has gone unnoticed. And now the time has come for them to rise, not in pride, but in power. Not in self-promotion, but in divine authority. The anointing on their lives will increase. What was once difficult will begin to flow. What was once foggy will become clear. Divine clarity will rest upon their minds and spirits. They will walk in a higher dimension, not because they are better, but because they are broken and yielded. They have died to their own agendas, and now they are ready to carry heaven's assignment. The rise of the remnant is not about spotlight, it is about impact. Their voices will carry weight, their presence will shift atmospheres, and their words will pierce through confusion and compromise. But this rise is also a separation. Not all will go up. Not all will carry the oil. Some will remain where they are, clinging to old wineskins, outdated patterns, and worldly mixtures. But the remnant, those who have consecrated themselves, will begin to soar. They will operate in wisdom beyond their age, authority beyond their title, and boldness beyond their background. God is positioning the remnant for influence, not for vanity, but for victory. They are rising not just to speak, but to build, not just to be seen, but to lead. The earth is groaning for them. Heaven is releasing them. And on April 10, the rise will begin, not of the crowd, but of the consecrated. There is a shaking coming to the earth, a divine disruption that will test the foundations of men and systems. It will not be a random shaking, but a sovereign one. Nations will feel it, leaders will fear it, the world will call it crisis, but in the spirit it will be judgment and justification, working side by side. For while the earth trembles, the chosen will not be destroyed, they will be distinguished. As the world shakes, they will be protected, positioned, and propelled into divine purpose. Judgment is not always about wrath. Sometimes it is about correction. It is the realigning of what has drifted from truth, the exposure of what has been hidden in darkness, the collapse of what was built on sand. God is shaking false altars, dismantling corrupt thrones, and interrupting cycles of compromise. But in the midst of that judgment, there is a remnant marked for justification. Those whom God has cleansed, called, and covered. These are the ones who will not just survive the shaking, they will rise in it. While others panic, they will receive instructions. While systems fail, they will walk in supernatural provision. While confusion spreads, they will carry divine clarity. Because they are not anchored to what is seen, they are rooted in what is eternal. God will protect them, not because they are perfect, but because they are His. But more than protection, this is about positioning. In the shaking, God will reposition His people. He will open doors that no man can shut. He will remove obstacles that seemed immovable. He will connect His chosen to places, people, and platforms that align with their kingdom assignments. What looked like chaos will become a catalyst. And from that positioning, He will propel them into purpose, into influence, into impact. This is not a passive season for the chosen. It is a launching season. What seemed like delay was divine development. What felt like rejection was redirection. And now, as the earth shakes, the chosen will not fall. They will rise. They will stand. They will lead, because judgment will not end them. It will reveal them. As we approach April 10, 2025, let us not take this moment lightly. It is not just a date, it is a divine turning point. A convergence is coming, a shaking, a transfer, a rising. The secret place will become the womb of revelation. The faithful will receive mantles. The remnant will rise, and the chosen will be shielded in the midst of judgment. God is not simply warning us, He is preparing. He is calling us higher, deeper, closer. Those who heed His voice will not only survive what is coming, they will thrive in it. They will emerge purified, empowered, and aligned with heaven's agenda. The time is now. The moment is holy. Respond with humility, with urgency, and with expectation. Thank you for opening your heart to this message. May you be found faithful in this prophetic hour, and may God's purpose in you come forth without delay. Be blessed.